All right, so it's that time again to give away a free, awesome, excellent trading system to trade the Forex market, or pretty much any market for that reason. So I'm going to be showing you this software in MetaTrader 5. You can also get it for MetaTrader 4 as well, just by downloading the files through my Discord link below the description of this video. So this system is a 3-indicator system. It's really quite awesome, and you're going to be able to get it for free. I actually use it, and it's programmed directly into my software that I actually created, which is the Comeback Kid Manager EA. Allows you to buy, sell, and basically trade the system on autopilot and also manually using the buttons. So it's pretty cool. So I'm going to basically show you how to use this trading system, and then I'm going to show you some live trades as well. Here we have a downtrend using the Kaleman indicator. So this is the Kaleman is this line indicator that you see right here. And you can see the chart is also, although the candlesticks are also red as well, falling in suit with the color. All right, so we're using the daily trend on the US dollar, Canadian dollar, M30, and you can see that we're moving down. All right, so the other indicator that we're using is the oscillator right here. This is the A-Rune oscillator. And the A-Rune oscillator is great because it kind of just shows us where the trend might continue its direction. And you can see that it shows us kind of an extreme situation. So you could say it's a little bit like the RSI or the stochastic, but I think it's much better at showing us continuations of trends. So the extreme situation here was showing us the bottom out here, and then the top right here. So I'm going to connect these together so you can get a better idea of how this indicator works. So bigger picture here shows us that we're wanting to get in on the best place possible within the trend. So we want to get the pullback. So this move that goes up here, I'm going to change my color so I'm not the same color as the chart. So this move from here to here, we want to get the pullback within that downtrend. So it moves up here, and we want to get in at this point. This is the best point to get in, so we have the least possible drawdown and the most potential for profit, right? So then it moved down after that. All right, so then we have the oscillator showing us that we have extreme situations going on here, but we're also in the downtrend. So we're okay to just wait that out, or we can even just hold our initial first trade. So the other indicator that we're working with is a support and resistance indicator. So you can see that there's 3 lines, 3 green lines and 3 red lines. And they're showing us these 3 lines on each day. There's also a pivot line in the middle. So each day, new day, it shows us the support and resistance using pivot levels for that new day, and it's really helpful because it actually shows us if price is breaking through these levels or if it's actually bouncing off. So for example, this point here, you can see price went down, it broke through the daily support, our S1, and then it went to S2, and then that's when it bounced off and it shot up after that. You can even see price reacting to these levels on both sides. So price went to here, basically got rejected, came down, got rejected on the other side, and you can see right here it blew past the R1 right here and rejected at R2. So these can be really helpful in combination with our indicators that we're using, the A-Rune and the Kaleman as well. So this is another entry point right here. As you can see, this would be a really good place for a continuation of the trend and to catch some pips, and then maybe looking forward to take profit around these areas with using the pivot level indicator. All right, so if we are, let's take for example this next trade. Okay, so this one we have our extreme on the A-Rune, and this is pretty much telling us to get into that at this point. And you can see that it went a little bit higher, got rejected at the resistance level, and then fell back down. So what you could actually consider doing here is entering one trade and then entering a second trade either at this daily pivot level or this one. And especially if you had this one, you can see how price reacts to that level. So say for example this little candle right here, that top one, you can see that price is reacting to it by being somewhat rejected on that candle. So we have a big candlestick that went up, stopped right at the daily pivot level, then the candle after it closed below the pivot level and then fell after that. All right, so that is one way you can use those indicators together. So let's show you a little bit of the long trades on the other side. So let's scroll. Okay, so here we have trades on the long side. And we have our 8 runes showing us extreme condition here, and then a bottom out right here. So look at that. Look at those extreme situations. So it really got us in at the best possible spot with the trend continuing on the upside with low drawdown and a great position. And it also gave us a re-entry at this point as well. So this would be some really quite good trades, even on M30 of using the 3 indicator system. So I'm using this on the M30 right now, but you can also use it on 1 hour. You can try other time frames as well. And again, this is a free type of trading system. This is 3 indicators. You can use it however you please. But I do recommend that you guys check out the Comeback Kid Manager algorithm as it trades the system automatically. What I just showed you. It trades it all on autopilot, and you can add or close out your trades using the buttons. It also has a fully auto trading feature as well, which it will enter and exit trades in the best way possible. And you can also manually intervene. So if you're a trader, an advanced trader, and want some say with your trades, then this is something that you're able to do it. It's basically like an all-around package. It's an auto trader. It's you can use the buttons to manual trade. You can just manual trade exclusively. It gives you a lot of flexibility. So that's what we're looking at here. So let's get into some actual trades that I've taken on my live account of, well, $33,540. I don't have any trades open right now because they all closed out. So I'm going to show you now my process of my trades over the last 48 hours and show you how they all played out. So let's get into it right now. So this is more of a vlog type of situation that I'm doing here for my YouTube channel. I wanted to show you guys taking some live trades and the outcome of them throughout the week. So here I am with the Comeback Kid Manager EA. So this is the current version that's available to the public right now. So this is what this system looks like. It's a 3 indicator system, and I'm showing the trend on the daily chart with the 1 hour with the oscillator here, and then we have a support resistance indicator as well. So this is what I'm looking at the moment. This is my entry. I'm looking for a candle formation. This is an indicator that I'm adding to the Comeback Kid Manager EA, showing me an entry, inside candle entry. So I'm looking at the resistance here at the top, coming down for a pullback, and then a possible continuation on the upside. So this is what I'm going to be taking right now. So I'm going to go ahead and click the buy button, and I have the confirmation as well. And then now we're in the market. All right, so let's see how this trade turns out. Let's hope that it shoots up, bounces off this candle formation down here, and continues on its pathway up, but we'll see. All right, hello everybody. So this is day 2 of my pound Aussie trade, and you can see that so far it's going pretty well. So we had the original position up here, as you can see, based off of this candlestick pattern and the resistance in a fell, looking for a pullback and a continuation on the upside. So this is using my Comeback Kid Manager EA, and so things are looking pretty good right now. We took a second position, so this was an auto trade, a second position here. There is a support line right here. This is also another support line, and this is the third support line. So I didn't enter a trade bat down here, as in my settings I'm only looking to take an auto trade when I'm not at my computer, which happened to be when I was sleeping, at the first support or resistance line, and that is this one right here. So it took a second trade, and the market has been, or the pair has been pushing up since that time. So we're looking pretty good on that pair right now, and we're currently in $14 profit. So I'm going to be taking another position here on the US dollar Japanese yen. This is a counter trend position, and you can see I also took another counter trend position earlier last week. You can my trade right there, and that one worked out really well. So I'm actually going to be taking another counter trend trade right down here. I really like this candle setup down here at the bottom, even though we're against the trend. So what I'm looking for is we have a nice line here with not a lot of pullback. So there's a lot of price in this area, with not much pullback. You would say that the only pullback that we're looking at is in this area, and it's just not enough for me to really justify a lot of this price movement from here to here. So I'm looking for a pullback on the upside before we come back down in a continuation of the downtrend. So I'm going to enter into the market with a buy trade. Got my confirmation. And there we have it. So you can see my 3 trades that are into the market now and looking pretty good. All right, we'll see how this works out and give you guys an update later. So I got an update on the pound Aussie dollar trade, just closed out for profit. So here we are on the charts here. So this is the first trade that we took, looking for continuation, and you can see that it fell a little bit further. An auto trade with the management of the EA took this next trade, and that ended up being a good position. I did dip a little bit further. I could have taken another trade at the second support level, but it didn't matter in this case. Both trades closed out for realized profit right here, and you can see that we had a profit of $31.87. So not a huge profit, 0.1%, but I'm looking for a profit of about 0.1 to 0.2% every single day, looking for an estimated profit of about 4 to 5% each month. All right, so that is the first position, and the second position, not looking amazing for me right now. This was a counter trade position here for the US dollar Japanese yen, looking for a pullback and then a continuation down, but it looks like it just fell further today, unfortunately. My second position was right here, right around the round number at 109, and it's holding there for now. We're gonna see what happens, but I might enter more positions around this round number depending on how price reacts to this level. So I'm gonna look at price closely right around here to see how it reacts to it. If it's thinking it's gonna fall further, or if it's going to do some more bouncing, I might end up taking another position or two to get myself out of this trade even faster. Okay, and the new position that I just took, and this one is on gold. So you can see the bigger picture here of my trading system with the Comeback Manager EA. So the Comeback Manager EA actually includes all the indicators that you're seeing here. The one that has the little arrows here, that's going to be in the new version 1.4, which is coming out really soon. And I took a couple of buy positions here in the beginning of the week. So you can see all these closed out in profit for a realized profit of at least 0.1%, which was pretty awesome. And I just entered this new trade today, which is on the 3rd. So the ones that were taken yesterday were on the 2nd. This one's taken on the 3rd. And you can see here that it's right around the pivot level of my support resistance indicator. The reason why I took this one is because of this candle right here, and it shows it actually is a engulfing candle, and my candlestick pattern indicator is showing me that this was a pretty significant candle. It's not in the best place, actually. It's, it did bounce off of this support level here and also the pivot level. But what's the most concerning about this trade, and why it may not be the best take, but I'll be fine considering where it is because it bounced off of this support level here, and the candle was so big that it actually ran into the daily pivot level. And you can see that we're getting a little bit of action around here with this current candle potentially threatening to close below it. So if this candle closes below the pivot level, this trade could continue down further, back down to the support levels down here, which means that I might be looking for another trade down there. So we're going to see how price reacts to that, and this is normal gold behavior. Unfortunately, it looks like I might have gotten in a little too early on this one, considering that it is not able to break through this pivot level quite yet. But we'll see how this plays out over the next coming hours or even days. All right, that's it for this one, guys. See you on the next update. It's Wednesday, August 4th of 2021, and my last update was about 24 hours ago. My US dollar Japanese yen trade has closed out for break even. My gold trade is now rolling in profit. The trailing stop has activated. The August 3rd was just a really slow day, and there hasn't been a lot of action this week in general, but still making some profit. So the next trade I just took this morning was an auto trade with the US dollar Japanese yen. This was taken with the comeback kid manager EA on complete autopilot. So let's talk about the two trades that I'm in right now. So this is the gold trade that I took yesterday on August 3rd, and you can see it rolling into profit right now. And we're currently activated the trailing stop at about 20 pips, so I'm just rolling with profit right now. So really good position here on gold. And there was a second position that was taken with the algorithm on autopilot. So this was an autopilot position that was taken with the oscillator here. I actually ended up closing this out manually on my own. I didn't want to be bottled up on a somewhat dead day, which was actually yesterday on August 3rd, with two orders that were too close together. It would have worked out just fine, but I didn't want to be in too tight on this trade, something that you guys should be mindful of when you're trading as well, especially on those days where things are kind of flat. So this is really pushing up right now. I don't know how far it will go. The New York session hasn't started yet. It won't start for about another hour and a half or so. But we're having a pre-session move, which is nice, and I've already locked in profit here. So smooth sailing on this one. Awesome. All right, so the US dollar Japanese yen. So this one's actually moving in my favor as well, but let me talk about yesterday's trade. So I took a counter trend trade right here. I entered another manual trade at the bottom here. So this has been in a downtrend, as you can see the bigger image here. It's been moving down, but I took a counter trend position because I saw that there was this pocket with not a lot of pullback. And I did enter down here near the round number at 1.09, and it did get that pullback that happened, and it didn't go high enough before it fell back down again, but had another go at it, and then hit near the first resistance point here on the daily pivot level, and then fell. So I guess I got that second trade on the money right there, but I ended up closing out for just it was like 1% profit, which was like $3.18. So currently in a nice trade right here. This is a sell position, short trade. This was an auto trade taken by the algorithm. We have the oscillator, and price was in agreement here. The price action was looking really good, so I liked the candle setup here, where we had an inside candle set up, and then a nice reversal candle right after that. So we had a wick on the top, you can see there, and then a full body right after that, and then it fell soon after that. So looking really good on the US dollar Japanese yen. And again, this was an auto trade taken by the comeback kid manager EA. So really good spot with that. All right, so those are my trades for Wednesday, and I think that we're looking pretty good. We're in a profit of about $60 on my $33,421 account. So it's baby steps, but looking pretty good for the week. So this is my last and final update before launching this video. So pretty interesting day today here on Wednesday, August 4th. A lot of up and downs in the market, and you can see here my gold trade closed out for a pretty big realized profit of around 114 pips. So you can see that right there. So a pretty intense day for the markets. There was my original gold entry here, and the trading stop activated on this candle right here, as you probably saw in my last update, and it kept going, and then just tanked right after that. So what happened here with the news is you can see the numbers right here. So this is the ADP no farm payroll change. So this was like basically about 50% less than estimated. So not great numbers, and that's what caused the big push up on gold. And then there was a huge recovery on the USD after the PMI data. So this was not that much improved over the estimate. So the actual was just, it's not that crazy, but these are the kinds of things, guys, that get me really nervous for the economy, because when you have huge swings like this, bad data that comes in, that's pretty drastic under what is expected, and then you have data that is really good. When you have extremes happening on both sides, it gets investors and the markets very jittery and also fearful. So I would be pretty careful with how you guys trade right now, considering what's going on. So I also took a trade on the US dollar Japanese yen. So this was my a position here that was in profit on my last update, and it moved down because of the bad news. The ADP, the NFP numbers were not great, and it just tanked, and then it shot right back up along with gold when gold tanked. So my trailing stop was activated already, so I was able to lock in some pips here. It's not a ton of pips, but we're looking at just about 16 or 17 pips on that move. So pretty good overall. So my numbers here are for the week, 9.47% for overall over the last 7 weeks or so. And for this week alone, we're looking at a profit of 0.63%. So today, 0.36. So just $121, but $200 for the week. And again, this count is looking at a really low drawdown of just 2.54%. So we're really trying to keep the drawdown to a controlled level. I'm looking at a maximum for this account around 15 to 20% in the worst case scenario. But if I can keep it lower than that, great. All right, so that is pretty much it for the week so far. It's only Wednesday, but I'm getting pretty close to my target, profit target of 1% a week. And I don't know if we'll be done for the week, considering these huge moves that have taken place on gold and well, all USD pairs with all these drastic movements. But we'll see. Looking good. This is actually my last update for trades before I end this video. So I ended up taking one last trade on the gold, and you can see the actual entry right here. So I have my candlestick pattern indicator that's added to this as well, which is an exclusive for the Comeback Kid Manager EA. So this is going to be in version 1.4 of the Comeback Kid Manager EA, which is releasing pretty soon. So I looked at the indicator right here, and this huge pitfall on gold, and it was so fast that my oscillator didn't even have a chance to really show much price. It's still showing a pretty extreme situation and moving just below the middle zero line right now. So it's still got a ways, and it's a little bit lagging, but that's okay in this situation. And I'm just working with this move right now. The reason why I took this trade is because it's bouncing right off of the daily pivot level using the pivots indicator or the support resistance indicator. And then I also have an inside candle right after that, and the market is reacting to it. So gold versus the USD. It's reacting to it, and currently in a little bit of profit at just $10. So I have this on a trailing stop of about 30 pips, so we'll see how this works out. Just looking for a bit of a pullback within that push down, or maybe even a continuation, but we'll see what this turns out to be probably by the end of the week or next week. All right, guys, so that's pretty much it for this video. If you want to download the 3 indicator system that's part of the Comeback Kid Manager EA, you're free to do so. It's free. You just download it through the link and use it on your own. All right. So if you are interested in using the system with the Comeback Kid Manager EA, which is obviously the better choice here, then you can also check that out through my website, also through the link below the description of this video. All right, thanks so much for watching. See you next time.